Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Adam coming back with another video. Just to kind of update a few things. First of all, I was watching some videos. I don't know, it must have been over the weekend. It's Monday now. It must have been over the weekend or something. And there seems to be a recurring theme amongst weight loss surgery folks. And maybe it's just that the group that I subscribe to, maybe it's just within that group, but I am seeing a lot of splitting up in relationships, divorces, breakups. My goodness, I subscribe, I've seen a lot of breakups and stuff, people moving, then I subscribed to this new gal, and first video I watched, going through a breakup. Man, I don't know what the deal is. I sit there and I think to myself, what's the issue, or what may be causing that. I don't have any problem in my relationship. My wife has been great, very supportive. In fact, as the pounds are dropped, a smile on her face gets bigger. So, and it's okay there. But it leads me to wonder about some of these other folks. I feel bad for them and stuff. And there's nobody knows really what's going on, and that's okay. But the fact that there's so many people that this is occurring between is kind of blows me away a little bit. So I thought, could only be a few possibilities. Perhaps there was some issues before the weight loss surgery, and the added, for some folks, the added stress of the weight loss surgery just kind of pushes things over the edge. Maybe. Maybe it's that people got with somebody because their self-esteem was so low to begin with, and we all understand what that is. Being an overweight person, and not everybody, but most of us who are overweight have pretty low self-esteem. But anyways, perhaps so at a low self-esteem, and they chose somebody that they thought that, hey, that's the best I can get. Look at me, I'm lucky to have anybody, perhaps. And now they realize, as they're losing a lot of weight, that that's not the case. They're feeling more confident and like, hey, I deserve better, and so they move on. And I'm sure there's other reasons involved. Maybe that weight loss is creating a lot of jealousy. I imagine for some folks that the partner, the one that doesn't have the surgery, especially if they're a larger person, to see somebody start dropping a lot of weight and really becoming a lot more attractive and having a lot more to offer in that area, maybe they become pretty jealous. I mean, I would. I think that I would. And maybe there's a little bit of fear that comes with that, fear that, hey, they might leave me. I mean, it's happening. I'm seeing it happen. So, maybe that's one of the reasons, and I can't really blame them. I mean, imagine, I think that, weight loss surgery is difficult for the individual, and is difficult for their relationships. For mine personally, I haven't seen that a lot. My wife's been pretty, she's very supportive in the fact that, when dinner time comes around, if she's made stuff that might have a component that I wouldn't take in, rice or, other things that might be too fibrous, or just, that she knows doesn't sit well, she'll take them out. And I think it's very kind of her. I think that our relationship, in fact, has probably, and I really haven't talked about relationship much on my videos, but it seems to be an important thing with this weight loss surgery. So relationship seems to be, I don't want to say it's better. I don't think that since I've lost weight that my wife loves me more. Obviously I don't think she loves me less. I do think that she's probably quite a bit more attracted to me. Man, that sun just came through that window and it's tearing me up. Let me close this here shade a bit so I can function like a normal human being. Yeah, maybe that'll cut it out. Anyways, let's see how we do with that. Not as good as we could. Alright, round 2. Let's see if we can get it this time. Alright. But I don't think it let's do this. I don't think it necessarily makes her love me more and stuff, but I do think that she's a bit more attracted to me. Matter of fact, she made the comment yesterday that I actually looked younger. And, you know, that's not a surprise. I do think that being obese, for some folks that don't have the baby face, does make them look... There goes my webcam being awesome right now. If I had a way to pause this recording and wait till that stopped, that'd be just wonderful. If anyone knows of a good program that does that, you just let me know. But we're going to push through. Anyway, so she did make the comment that I looked younger, and so, you know, I knew that being obese kind of makes you look older. In fact, you know, I still have like a kind of a, you know, got the old wrinkle here, but that actually is less prominent with some of the weight loss that I've had. So, you know, it just, I think, gives extra wrinkles in places, and I think it just makes you look a little bit older. I know that I felt like I looked older. So anyway, that's kind of my take on the relationships. I think that mine is good. I have no, you know, there's obviously no plans of splitting up, and I feel for those that do. It just seems like, wow, it just happens and happens, it keeps happening. And I feel for those that do. But anyways, that's my take on it. Moving on to a little more positive things. I started off taking vitamins that were Twin Lab, which my doctor never heard of and was not confident that they were bariatric, even though it said bariatric formula on the front. And its specs were comparable to the other bariatric supply, but the price was significantly cheaper. In fact, it's about $15 or $20 cheaper per bottle than the other ones were. But it's horrid. The taste is horrid. It just is. It's not good. So I have since moved on to, well, a fella at work that I work at now, he is went through that surgery. I think he had lap band. And oh, I'm starting to hate this webcam. And anyways, he gave me a trial of his Bariatric Fusion. So I tried those. They tasted great. So I ordered me a bottle, 120 capsules. No, not capsules, tablets, chewables. For it was about 20, I think about 25. The Twin Labs were like 10 bucks, 10 or 11 bucks when I bought them. I did have a small discount on them, but anyways, the taste was very repulsive. It was hard for me to chew it up. These I don't have no problem taking. It's money well spent. Again, I've been doing the Couch 5K thing. Busted it out again last night. Was rough. Up to a 3-minute run, which for a lot of you may not sound like a lot. For me, is a challenge. But that part of it's going pretty well. So, anyways, I just wanted to kind of speak mine on a couple of those things. I forgot to mention the vitamins, Bariatric Fusion. I think I got the strawberry kind. Smells good, tastes good. I'm good with it. I noticed that Walmart protein shakes just don't sit well, but I did get a trial of the Bariatric Fusion strawberry, which I'm not a fan of strawberry, but the strawberry shakes seem to sit on the stomach very well. So I'm starting to become really aware of what sits well and what doesn't sit well. It seems like it took me an awful long time. I mean, I'm over 2 months, not even 3 months out, but it seems like it took me a while to really get this down, but maybe I was expecting a little bit too much of myself. Anyways, so I weighed myself today on the old Wii Fit Plus. I think Wii is getting pretty outdated, but it tracks this pretty good. So, did I mention that I really don't like my webcam anymore? I'm going to have to get a new one, but gosh, they're not cheap. Anyways, maybe it's the connection. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be. Anyway, so I weighed myself today and was down 2.4 pounds in, I think, a little bit over a week. I think it may have been 8 days. And so when I tracked it from about a month period, I've lost about 10 pounds in a month. Some people aren't happy with that, but if you recall, my goal is at least 2 pounds a week. So 2, 4, 6, 8 in a month. I'm about 10, right on schedule. Don't want to put any extra stress on the old gallbladder if I don't have to, and I really don't have to. So, anyways, let's get back over here. I think that's all I have. A total. Well, let me do the little quick stats here. VSG surgery, November 5th, in Warrensburg, Missouri. And surgeon was good. I'm sure he was good. I don't follow up with him anymore because His bedside manner is poor. Dr. Robert Kinney in Warrensburg. Everybody kept telling me he's a nice guy. I think that his attention to you and making you feel like a person instead of just number 50 in the year, I don't think that's there. I don't think he shows compassion. So I wouldn't recommend him. I sure wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend that bariatric program there at all. I'd probably say go to one of the bigger cities. But anyway, Kansas City seems to have a pretty good program. Seen and heard some good things about that, so go there. Anyways, that was my surgery on November 5th. I'm now out almost, pushing 3 months, 2.5, something like that. I don't keep that big of a track. I started out weighing at the highest recorded weight when I started this program was 282. I'm sitting at about 218, so I was about 64 pounds, I believe. Yeah, about 64 pounds. So that's good. That's wonderful. Went out and played some football with the kids yesterday. I can really tell that I can move a lot easier. But it's really strange because I would think that I was skin and bones, because when I lay on the floor, I can feel my hip bones. I can feel my rib bone. I mean, it just feels like I'm squishing them into the floor. It's really crazy, and I'm still considerably overweight. In fact, my goal would be to get to, so I'm 218 now, my goal would be to get to about 160, maybe bounce a little bit back to 170. Depends on how I feel at that time. May go a little lower, I don't know. But like I mentioned before, I think just by being able to feel where my muscles really are under this fat and flab, I'm a much, much smaller guy than I ever anticipated I probably was. And that just shows you how long I've been overweight. I didn't even realize how small I probably was underneath all this, so carrying a lot of extra weight. Anyways, my stupid webcam is being dumb, so I'm signing off. We'll talk to you guys another time.